Hey, Joey, let's begin with the basics. Renewables, carbon neutral. The words get tossed around, and a lot of us don't even know what it means. So, school me.
Yeah, there's challenges with the lexicon the industry uses, so it's a great place to start. I guess maybe best served by an example. I actually brought a shoe. This bottom unit in one of our shoes is a foam, and typically this foam it's the largest component used in the entire sneaker industry, and it's typically made from petroleum or natural gas through a chemical process. And that emits quite a bit of carbon into the atmosphere. And the fashion industry emits about 700 million tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere every year. So it's a really big issue and big contributor to global warming. And so what we've done instead is used a renewable resource, something that actually sucks carbon out of the atmosphere. So instead of using petroleum, we actually use sugarcane. And maybe if I can just take a quick second to kind of break it down. If you're driving in your car, you're emitting carbon dioxide out of your tailpipe. That carbon dioxide that's in the atmosphere actually gets trapped by the sugarcane with just a little photons from the sun and rainfall, and it converts it into sugar. And then we take the waste stream out of that sugar process, and we go through a few steps in a chemical process, and we can create an incredibly comfortable foam that we've called sweet foam that actually traps carbon out of the atmosphere and locks it into the bottom of the shoe. And I think this is a way where we internalize what that carbon cost is for the environment instead of just socializing that out to the world and letting other people pay for it in the cost of healthcare and other things.
I know you got into this business to sell shoes, but also to do so in an environmentally friendly way. Is it always possible? I mean, do you think that you're blazing a trail here that other businesses could and should emulate, no matter what business they're in, to try and come up with a plan that gets it done in a profitable way, but a planet-friendly way?
Yeah, I 100% do, and I like how you set that up. I think there's been a paradigm in people's mind that you have to choose one or the other. And the reason why we exist and why we think we're successful so far in our early years is exactly because of that tension. We believe that you can create something that's a much better product. And as you mentioned, we're making amazingly comfortable shoes. We're not making them to be sustainable. The fact that we've constrained ourselves to only use really sustainable materials in the production of our products, that doesn't take away from the fantastic comfort of the shoe. So we think people tend to buy products because they're better products and they give them some benefit in their daily lives. And the manufacturing's on us to make sure that we do it in the best possible way. So I think that's actually, it's a place that's been ignored for the last many decades, and that's given rise to a great opportunity. And I think the reason why things like you're talking about, the Green New Deal, are kind of in vogue and talked about so significantly in Twitter and whatnot, in social media, is because consumers are responding to the fact that this is a real big challenge, and we're facing down the barrel of a gun with climate change, and particularly young people are looking for businesses and government to step up and really take a leadership position in this.
Okay, but isn't the lesson of Allbirds that maybe we shouldn't be looking so much to government to get us out of this, but instead to entrepreneurs like you and Tim, that the private sector can be getting it done on its own?
Look, we're playing a small part, but I do think that with the vacillations in different administrations and different parties coming in and out of power, I think some of the long-term stability in this more partisan environment is shifting out of the public sector, and whether that's good or bad, I think businesses have an opportunity to really step up, and I hope we can play a small role. And if we're a bit of a beacon for other entrepreneurs or other business leaders to see how business can step up and play a vital role, I think that's fantastic, and I do think it's incumbent upon leaders today in business to do something to solve this problem.
Joey Zwillinger, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Michael. Appreciate it.